Yes, people, no intro needed. You know, this is Cass, MUFC Cass, joined by the live panel, which we're going to be running on Sundays, where we're going to either get emotional, giddy, or all the rest of that garbage that we have to fester up because what we have to watch week in, week out is diabolical near enough. But today, you don't have to run up all of that. If you're a Liverpool fan, hold that. Suck my nuts. But I'm joined by Mr. Elite Pundit himself as well. Talks a lot of sense, but gets a lot of abuse on Twitter. Go check him out there. We're joined by E-Man. You might have seen him a couple times. Ems and Traps is on their way. So bear with us. So they'll just join in and get into the giddiness, man. But other than that, man, how are you feeling, people? Man, I ain't spoke to a United fan since that draw. It's hard to be giddy because you feel like a fraud, isn't it, for getting giddy over a draw at Anfield. But here we are. We're starving. We're starving.
You know who I'm happy for? I'm happy for Amorim. In the sense that he can kind of just rest a little bit today because he has a tough job. To go to Anfield, get a draw. Listen, even under Sir Alex Ferguson, going to Anfield was a tough game. It's always going to be a tough game. To go into Manchester United Liverpool game against their league leaders, there was every reason why we could have lost this game. And no one would have been surprised, but was surprised by the performance positively. I think a lot of people had their best game United shirt in a long time, like someone like Bruno Fernandes, for instance. And tactically, I think Amorim really exploited Trent Alexander-Arnold. I know people want to bash on him, but United overloaded his side so much, and they kept on dragging Konate out wide constantly, which made it really hard for Liverpool's defense to stay organized. In the end, we should have won, in my opinion. If we had more quality up front, we would have won, which we don't. This is what we have, But I can't complain too much because I expected us to get battered, and we didn't. So 2-2, we should have won. All I care about is the next game. This would feel a lot less if we go into the next game and we don't win. For me, the league game is what I'm looking at. So let's take this performance now. Let's go beat Southampton and hopefully kickstart the season.
Yeah, man. I was quite impressed. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, obviously we will follow each other on Twitter.
Yeah.
I looked at that line and I said, "We're finished." And it's all. Have you ever always noticed? Typically, whenever we look at line, I said, "We're so finished." We end up doing something. Like who knew that? Who knew that the low was gonna literally be doing up his best showcase for Real Madrid gig to say I'm better than Trent or whatever? Like who thought that Bruno Fernandes was gonna be on the crystal meth? You know what I mean? And it looked like a guy who was on lines, like literally, because this guy was a rash. He was literally everywhere buzzing. I know his pupils were diluted, fam. Like this guy was covering all the space. And then you know what? Manu had a solid game. I was kind of annoyed that he had to come off though. You know what I mean? The thing is, we got a whole week now. I believe we got a whole week because we're not playing midweek. Is that correct? Because we're playing the FA Cup against Arsenal on the weekend, where Arsenal have got a Newcastle game. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah, they kind of suffered with it.
Is that correct? Is that correct?
Let's see. Next game.
So yeah, because we're playing Arsenal on Sunday.
Yeah. We must not have a midweek game.
And then we've got Southampton on the Thursday afterwards. But I don't know what Arsenal's schedules are. I don't keep.
Yeah. So they've got Newcastle next at the Emirates, and obviously Newcastle are going to want to go quite ham. Do you know what I mean? With what they've got coming up in it.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder: does United have a bit more of an advantage because of that situation as well? We got a week. It's funny how Amram gets more training sessions of last week, and then we see a bit more of a improvement in position. Even Garnacho had an improvement in position, but you see the tweak. As soon as Zirkzee comes on and Garnacho, it kind of reminded me of when we had that front three when Zirkzee was against Everton a little bit, and we kept running in behind. Did you not notice every time he was countering, it was a little bit like lopsided? So if you want to look at it tactically that way, which was actually, you know what, funny enough, thank fuck, Garnacho decided he wanted to cut it back rather than just try to whip it with his left foot.
Yeah, he had a number of situations where he'd made the right decision. Like when Dalot was overlapping, he used the overlap correctly. He didn't just cut in and take a stupid shot like he's been doing. So he needs to buck up, Garnacho. Whether we are going to keep him, whether we're going to sell him, he needs to develop for his own good because he can't keep going the way he was going. He kind of got lost on Twitter I'm glad to see that he deactivated, because I don't know what's going on with him. He needs to get focused. He's not a player yet. He's still a young kid. He hasn't developed his game. Like,
Hey,
he
man.
still has so much to do.
All I'm saying is the leaks have stopped somehow. I ain't saying what. I'm just saying the leaks stopped. That's what I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. All of the leaks, all of the leak lineups, all of the leaks that was coming out, they've all stopped somehow. So I'm not saying who or what person that was. But anyway, point is, like, looking at the game, like, I'll be honest, I was really impressed, especially with both halves of the game. It's the first time I've actually been impressed with United playing over the course of 90 minutes in a long time, like in a very, very long time. Like, that was like, we looked competitive from the start. Like, if
that's the one as well, because I kept thinking, when is the moment Liverpool are gonna?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So I kept thinking that myself.
A wave or an avalanche of just chances, or just us looking us, to be honest with you, which we have done for the past like 3 to 4 weeks. But we look like Ugarte and Menu in the first half were very, very good. Very, very, very good. Like, they were the reason as to why we were able to progress the ball through the middle thirds. But one thing that we've actually seen, which is going to be a consistent theme this season, unless something happens in Jan, is we need quality in attacking areas. We don't have it. Like, we really are bereft of quality in attacking, because as soon as we move the ball from, we have no problem getting the ball into the final third. It's as soon as we get to the final third, as soon as we get to the final third, it's always the final ball or the ball just before the final ball that just doesn't come off. Or even if it comes towards, like, whoever's playing as a 9, whether it's Hojlund, in fact, just Hojlund. When it gets to Hojlund, when it gets to my man, it just don't, like, nothing comes up. So, like, we need quality in attacking areas. Really, that's the reason why we're struggling, because we don't. That's a big reason as to why we're struggling, because we don't have quality in attacking areas. But if we did, what it showed today is, if we actually had quality in the attacking third, we could have actually scored a couple goals in that first half. We could have actually won today.
Bro, I agree 100%. It's definitely because of we don't have the right. I'll be honest with you, Zirkzee is not a proper. It's not what we need up front. Also, Hojlund, if you ask my opinion, Zirkzee is actually better than Hojlund. Cass, I don't know about your opinion on this, but
no, he is.
Yeah. We all know this. He's a much better footballer than him. They got different qualities.
They do. One can run the channels.
Like, you know what it's with me with both of them a little bit. Just a little interject. It's like Hojlund starts. Zirkzee's cameo is better than the Hojlund start. Zirkzee start, then Hojlund's cameo is better than the Zirkzee start. And maybe it's because of who's selected up front and the balance is not quite correct. Like today, I thought Hojlund didn't do anything wrong, but Hojlund didn't do much right. I wouldn't say anything wrong. Like, in terms of this goal, he should have cut it across on the ground. Like, his link up, but it was average. Like, but it was. I'm not saying he didn't do much wrong by not getting a shot properly done on target, because you can see there's no comment. But I'm saying that he didn't do much right. But when Zirkzee comes on the cameo, it's like, cool. Did you see how hard it was to get the ball off him? And he looked like he was running a bit, like just a little bit holding up the play, just being in the right areas and pressing when they thought that he wasn't going to press. And you can tell he's hungry. I'm glad for the fans as well cheering his name, because you owe him that. And you owe him to show him some love. But someone who's only been there for a few months compared to, we shouldn't even be doing comparisons to strikers. I hate when we have to pin it against one another. But Hojlund's been there for 18 months and he gets a wave off. And it's like, why is that? It's not the same treatment. The guy's been a scrub. Let's be real. And he cost double of what he cost.
Kat, you know what it is? Like, sorry guys, big up everyone on the panel. Sorry for coming late.
By the way, Elite Pundit, Ems, E-Man.
I think I've been on a show with you before, but big up everyone on this panel. But it comes down to this, guys, especially what you were saying. Why are we focusing on one player and not giving the same pressure on the other player? Bro, for me, it comes down to, I ain't playing a race card, because I know a lot of people want to play that card, but fuck that card, bro. It actually does come down to what you see. So Hojlund runs the channels, right? Zirkzee does not run the channels. So I think it's down to that. It's like seeing a player run the channels and his output might be seen as more, but it's not. And they are different types of strikers. So we've got one striker who likes to run the channels, But even then, like his hold-up play is dog shit, and you can't finish. And then you've got Zirkzee, who likes to play into feet, and that's someone that I can respect, because bro, come on, man, you can be a top striker, but if you can't play into feet, you're dog shit. Yeah,
Easy.
that's where you. No, you are.
No. I hear you. Literally,
you
like,
because that's where you're gonna start. Let's talk about Hojlund. Hojlund, for example.
His footwork's not that bad. It's underrated.
No, it's bad. Kaz,
it's not that
bad. Kaz,
no, compared to Hojlund, for me, I don't know if Elite Pundit's got another.
Hojlund is better on the ball than Haaland.
No, he's not.
I think he is.
I personally think so.
I think Hojlund back to goal is a better centre forward than Haaland. But the reason why I like Zirkzee,
brother.
To be fair,
you guys,
Man City don't use Haaland as a target man. That's the thing.
Are you not telling me right now that Haaland is better back to goal and on the ball than Hojlund?
100 million%.
Guys,
go on, Elite.
This is what I'll say with that, right? You shouldn't use either Haaland or Hojlund back to goal. I think you're wasting.
No, but my point is, people.
Wait, one second.
I just want to point out, because you're not seeing Haaland back to goal enough. At Dortmund, he was playing back to goal quite a lot. You could see it. You could see him get involved in play and all that stuff. And he showed. And the same thing in Hojlund. You saw it at Atalanta. You could see it. But in the Premier League, back to goal as a striker is very difficult. How many strikers do you see in the Premier League back to goal constantly? They are not the best. Isak right now, you don't see him back to goal quite often. He's getting in between lines. He's getting in between players. Solanke is another one. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, but it's very hard. Today, Hojlund is playing back to goal against some of the strongest centre backs in the league, Konate and Van Dijk. That's not you're not going to bully those guys.
Sorry, brother. I'm not judging it off today's game. I'm judging it off last season, and I'm judging it off what I've seen this season. And we've all played football, Kaz. We've played football together. Baller. I guarantee you we can all play ball. Bro, as a striker, the best thing to do is to drop. If you drop deep and you have the touch, bro, just the centre-backs are fucked because they don't want to come close to you. And as soon as they come close to you, one little touch, one little 1-2, they're gone. So they don't want to come close. Hojlund doesn't have that. He doesn't have that touch and go.
Yeah. You know what we should do though? I know we can do a comparison.
And neither does Haaland.
We should probably talk about more of the positives we saw today, what we could see that evidentially, like what we saw an improvement compared to the last games. Otherwise, it looks like what we're doing is jumping on the gimmick of what we can nitpick. No. I mean, like, we just draw on point. I think we can see. Do you know what I mean? Like that, push the conversation that way, and then probably go on that view. You know what I mean?
Kaz, I would love to sit there and be positive and be like, you know what? Yeah, we've done this against City.
Oh no, I hear it, but I feel like the foundation.
We'll probably lose next week as well.
The difference is though. All right, you know what? Let me just do this, and I'll bro, please.
No, but that's why bro. I'd rather focus on the realness, the real issues of our team.
We'll get onto that part, but let's focus on today, and then we'll get onto that part because you're right. You're not wrong. You can't just wash it away. Do you know what I mean? Big up Tariq, man. Cass, my brother. You got away with a point. What?
You got some haters in here, and even super chats and stuff. Big up
on Trent Hand. He made a scrub like the Lola like prime Archer Ben. Anyway, big up my guy. Big up Tariq. Much love.
Skaz, just before you go, it's so funny people say this, right? We have weaknesses in our defense too.
Yeah,
people are making it seem like Trent is the only. You guys have Konate, you have Van Dijk. We had De Ligt, who was played against us today. We had Martinez, who people have been mocking all season. To be fair, rightly so, he's been criticized. So when people say, "Oh, Trent's had a bad game," that's why Liverpool. We have defenders you could have gone at. Yeah, and Liverpool didn't do it.
Yeah. Defensive wing backs too. Defensive wing backs.
They had a strong team today, guys. They had a very, very strong team. Yeah, and I've just come off 3 shows. I've done a show on the Football Locker Room. I've done a show on Ched's show, and I've also done a show on the Gal show. And bro, like my opinion has not changed. This Liverpool team bottled it today. And I'm not hearing anything from anyone because when I asked all these Liverpool fans, Kaz, name me one player who's had a good performance. One name came up. McAllister. One name. And when you look at the Man United team, I can name you Ugarte, I can name you Kobe Mainoo. In order: Bruno, Ugarte, Kobe Mainoo, maybe AMAD.
Maz had a really good game as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that, because I'm sick and tired of bringing up Maz because I'm Moroccan and everyone keeps.
Game was really underrated.
I appreciate that.
Martinez really, aside the goal aside, Martinez had a very good game today. Very good.
It was bad that it was even in that position alone. That kind of tells me there were training sessions, because we haven't seen.
He was stepping up constantly, and even for the goal he scored.
And you saw like Ugarte filling in case of the long ball.
Yes,
and I was like, thank you.
Yes.
What were you gonna say, Molly? Sorry.
I saw all of that, bro. I saw all of that, man. I saw the sorry, Elite. Did you man see Amarin's press conference where they asked him, what are you going to do for the Liverpool game? But he said, I'm not focused on Liverpool. I've taken the last 5 days to focus on how we are going to play and how we build up and I said it on
great game, you know.
No, but bro, I said it on 3 shows, yeah, and all of them laughed at me. I was literally like, yo, like, we controlled that game. And they were like, how? I was like, well, we played out from the back. No, you didn't. I was like, no, I didn't kick it long as usual. We played out from the back at Anfield. And I think someone said the last time we had a performance like this is when Juan Mata scored a bicycle kick.
This is Di Maria chip.
We ain't scored at Anfield in 6 years, you know.
And guys, today when I'm seeing us play out from the back, when I'm seeing Salah have a shit game,
no one's speaking about how Luis Diaz was non-existent.
Trent's been cussed out. Trent, bro. Dallo, what Dallo done to him on that left side of the pitch?
Barbecue chicken. He was cooking him. I was
like, asking this for ages though. Like, stop being so passive and
they didn't want to press us. They didn't want to press us.
Yeah, I clocked that too. And I wonder
they wanted beef. Man, just put on the oven for these pussy holes. Man, just put on the oven for them, and that's exactly what they got. But what we get, Kaz, is this team puts in a good performance like that, and then next week we'll lose. And I was talking to Kaz at half time, and we were both saying the same thing. We cannot lose. If we lose, it's this and that, and it's tough. But
Delit almost sold that game, boy.
Really?
Bro.
Hojlund one-on-one, guys. That Hojlund one-on-one, I nearly smashed everything in my house.
We'll get onto that in a second. But like, what Delit did for that first goal, I can't lie. He's done
stupid. Yes, he does this. Yes, bro.
Like, as a fan of his, he's too overly aggressive. Him and Maguire. Like, Maguire had something. So I don't know if you guys remember it, but it was sometime in the first half where Maguire almost overcommitted, but he actually
against Trent.
Back because he actually said, you know what? I've been in this situation too many times where he gets sucked in and he knows he ain't got the he knows he's not able. Did
you see Bruno chatting to him from Liverpool's first corner? Bruno,
I saw that. When we had someone went down. Who was it? Kobe.
Bruno was sitting there next to him. Was like, bro, that's your man. He was going to do it. So you know what? I hate Bruno, but today,
you know what? Are we so surprised though that, like, I love talking about it tactically because I just like to watch the game a little bit differently. Are we so surprised like today Bruno's not hogging the left wing? He allowed the load to just stay there and do that. Do you know what I mean? And when we did, like, are we surprised that he had less energy to exert out that way because he's too busy trying to do what his normal job was, which is to keep it going? Some passes could have went to the left a little bit sooner sometimes, but that's normal for him. I just thought I've been waiting for this for ages. It's one of the 10s to play like a 10 and stop playing like that. And it's weird how most of our attacks were down the left and not even the right and not focused. Yeah. And we had the overloads for our 10s a little bit, which I thought pushed back the judgment of Konate and Van Dijk, because I think you said it, Pundit. For me, it's like, why were they playing so reserved? It's like they were kind of confused. Maybe
the one time they pressed up, I think it created that chance for Dalot to AMAD. You see, they pushed up high. They pushed up really high.
You mean the cross?
Played the ball in behind for Dalot, and he honestly should have put it on the ground for AMAD, and that we created that chance. And I think ever since that opportunity, they were afraid of letting the space in behind their sides, especially on Trent's side. So they drop a little bit back to try and maybe invite pressure to want us to press. Then they can release Salah, all these their runners. That's why they brought on Nunes onto the pitch.
But we blocked up. We blocked
we locked them up
midfield. So if you saw, I know all of you lot, if you lot watched the game, you're all United fans, so I know you watched that game. How many times did you see AMAD drop into that midfield?
Yeah, straight.
How many times was he that extra man? And bro, like quality to the manager, Kaz, because to sit there and be like, you know what, look, if we get overloaded on the right, you need to come inside. And I saw it today, and it was the same thing on the left. Ugarte, I know everyone wants to talk about Bruno, but look, like we know how good Bruno is, yeah. And for you to do it now, like I don't know, man. I'm just not gonna sit on I'm not gonna get on the Bruno bandwagon straight away. I'm not. But this is his best game that I've ever seen, guys. It's his best
himself. He said it himself. This is his best game in a very long time.
His best game, bro. He was playing it quick. He was playing it short. He was. Apart from Rabona, that's where Bruno it gets to his head sometimes, bro. Bro, just take a touch and whip it in. But guys, as a Man United fan, we do need to take positives from this. Zirkzee, Hojlund could have, you take away that penalty. Yeah, for me, it's a soft pen, right?
I agree.
I've been saying this.
That though, I'll be
honest. The reason why I'm saying it's a soft pen, my brother, is because where was that ball going? Do you understand?
No, you know, it's with me.
If your arm is up above your head, there is no.
But it's a split second though. He's
reacted. You take out VAR. You take out VAR. Bro, I've played Sunday League. I played Saturday League. I played semi-pro. I played. Bro,
Michael Oliver let it go. He didn't.
If I shoot and that ball's going in the fans, yeah. Bro, mother's life. The ref's like, yeah, where's that ball going? Play on. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is what I'm confused. I'm in the same boat as what you two are just about to say. Are you about to think what I'm thinking? He waved it off. He was there. He looked at it and said no.
Yeah, no, he let it go, and then it was more a case of if VAR pulls it back, then he literally just like, okay, cool. They've actually said.
But the moment you slow it down, and let
the worse than it actually is, isn't it?
Yeah,
worse than it actually is.
I think
he's given. Yeah, but he's given. You know what it is with De Ligt? He's given them the opportunity to
give them a reason.
Giving them a reason for that. But if you look at it in full time, full speed, it's like the proximity is very close. 2, he's trying to change direction, if I'm correct. And obviously, you use your arms to change like that. So, of course, when you do change, you do use that to twist your body. You don't twist yourself like a salmon. No one does that because you have to move. Otherwise, you've got no dynamic body movement to do so. And then also, it was a bullet header from close range. And it was never going in anyways.
I had to re-watch the goal on the football locker room thing.
And I thought Onana should have saved it in the end as well. He done well to get there, but I thought he should have.
Trent's got the ball. Trent's got the ball out wide. Yeah, and this is the only thing he done good. Yeah, he got the ball and he whipped it. Yeah, when he whipped it, Trent got the ball out wide. He whipped it. When he whipped it, McAllister's there in the box. Yeah, all he's tried to do is flick it on. As he's flicked it on, the lit's right there in front of him, and it's hit his hand. Yeah, where was that ball going? If the ball's going nowhere towards goal and there's no one behind him, come on, man! Like, fucking hell, bro.
They never showed the replays for the one that Maguire was screaming for.
We had a handball as well. It was either this then Elite. Then if it's just me, it's either the handball or he literally punched him in the face. Which one?
I think it's the handball because he was screaming like, "Hey, ref, it should be a pen." They never showed the VAR call. They never showed the replay.
Yeah,
so that's kind of dodgy to me.
A lot of the refs, a lot of the referee decisions, or even not even the referees. In fact, a lot of the decisions were just weird. Like, I think there was even a point where AMAD was getting like manhandled by Robertson, and Lionel's just there watching, bro. Like, he's not even seeing. Even Carragher was just like, bro, like you can see the guy's been manhandling for like 10 seconds, not saying nothing. And he was even baffed. He was thinking, what's going on here? Like, I feel like a lot of the decisions that they made was just they started off pretty well by not carding people for like silly fouls and this and that, because it's a derby at the end of the day. But then the game went on, the decisions just got worse and worse, and then Michael Oliver is just, as usual, really.
Guys, can we be honest though? Like,
Michael Oliver.
Can we be honest, yeah? Like, this whole season, bro, we've had decisions go against us, yeah? And because we've been, so bad, there's no chest to kind of like...
We've not kept, because there's no jeopardy. We've not had
Imagine like holding your standards, and we've
going for like, if we were competing for the league, these things would actually be like, what are you lot on? What are you lot doing? Like, we would care more. But
bro, I was arguing with Jay. Hey, big up Twisted Fate, big up. But I was arguing with Jay on the last stream, yeah, and I was like, yeah, look, like, Jay actually came out.
Who missed the link?
No, we had Jay.
Oh, Jay, you're Arsenal Jay. You're Jay.
No, Tottenham.
Jay. Oh, Tottenham Jay. Oh,
yeah, Tottenham Jay. So he was just like, oh, like, you know, Tottenham have had it hard with decisions and penalties, and I was just like, bro, like,
does he not remember the one when Garnacho shot onto Romero's hand?
Not only that, bro. Does he not remember like the Bayern Deer goal where like you just literally punched my goalkeeper in the fucking face, and then what I'm saying is you've had decisions, yeah, but Man United.
The lit West Ham. I mean, I know it got Ten Hag fired, so I was happy about that. But then more time was just like, bro, that decision was baffling.
Yeah, bro. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what, bro? I blame Dalot. I blame Dalot.
Hey, Dalot, legendary moment. Love that. Thank you,
me, bro.
Legendary moment.
You know, what would you be saying like as Real Madrid right now? You're looking to get Trent, and he just got cooked by the other guy that you're looking at, Dalot. Like you're like.
I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't be that worried about it because Trent's got one. Like he's already thinking about what house he's buying him.
Bro, I'm not even worried. I want him to stay, bro. Keep him at Liverpool, bro.
So they can go get Dalot.
Bro, keep Trent at Liverpool. This guy is the worst player I've ever seen in my life, bro.
No, you can't say that.
No, it's not changing.
Do you know who plays for our club? Do you know who plays for our club?
Like,
you can pick one of those. The worst players.
Look, I'm not comparing my club. Right now, we're talking about Liverpool.
If you said he's the worst player you've ever seen,
I think he'll go Madrid. I think he'll go to Madrid.
Brother, he's right here. You know what, Carter? I know you're watching me. Cool. I told you the same thing. Listen, bro. What good is a right back? Yeah, that cannot defend, and going forward, you just about do it. Like, bro,
it's not just about.
It's not just about his quality. His quality on the ball.
His quality is nuts. Like, let's be honest. Like, let's keep it real. Like, Trent is once in a. You're not gonna see that kind of talent at right back. You don't see that talent at right back, bro. Like, Trent is ridiculous. Like his passing range and ability from right back is unreal. Like, let's
get the United glasses.
Let's keep it a buck fifth. Like Trent, bro, that kind of talent you maximize as much as possible. That's why Klopp did not care about like what his defensive lapses were. And
bro. Honestly, all due respect to you, yeah. But bro, did you not see how he got cooked today by Dalot?
Yeah, but if we kind of one moment, then you could say
get one moment.
I don't want to talk about the defensive part, but this season he's defensively.
He's cut you. Wait,
this is probably his worst game defensively all year, all season.
All year, bro. All year.
Yeah, this is his worst one. He ain't been cooked like this shit.
All year.
I don't know how you let Dalot out of all people do it to you, but I think half of his mind's already in Madrid.
Do you know what it is? I think he expected Dalot to cut him more. How are you not rating
Trent after
that? Because Dalot is kind of two-footed. I think he was unsure what way to mark him, right? So because Dalot is very heavily right-footed, everybody knows he's heavily right-footed, but he went down the line constantly.
Bro, are you making excuses for why Trent?
It's not excuses.
Why Dalot, our worst player?
He's not a worst, but
he's not a worst player.
My point being is
he's been our worst player.
Trent will go to Madrid. Trent will go to Madrid and he'll do well there.
Name me one player who's been worse.
One sentence. Go on.
He's going to play right back and he's going to push up the pitch. He's not going to be defending.
Oh, you might think La Liga is a joke thing, bro. I'm telling you
right
now.
Yeah, but he's gonna have ballers around him. It's different.
He's getting
getting
caught out.
If we do this, then we can look. We shouldn't even be focusing on talking on Liverpool. But if we do that case, then Trent go in there. You should blame also Slot for using Kanate, who's first game back in like 6 weeks.
I think.
And then also where's Salah?
I think Salah didn't run back. Quality. I'm sorry.
Salah doesn't even track back for him either.
He's got the best right winger to ever do it, apparently, right in front of him. You've got the best two centre backs and the best goalkeeper, bro.
Yeah, but Kanate's unfit, and Salah doesn't help him out at right back, so it doesn't count.
Would you not take Trent at United?
100%. At wing back. Oh my god, yes.
You wouldn't. What are we talking about?
Mom's life. Sign me up right now. Yeah, I'll go gym for 6 months. Yeah, I'm better than him. I swear.
Oh my god. Oh, guys, what's going on, bro?
You rate Trent, bro. You actually rate Trent. Wallahi,
have you seen the quality from our team on the ball? Just for his set pieces, I will take Trent. Like, what are we talking about?
Don't let gender blind you.
You know what? One, I think
he's awful, bro. Trent is awful. My right back needs to be. My right back needs to defend first.
Your right back is a wing back now.
I'm not talking about my. Look, I'm just saying, bro. Like,
the guy can't defend. No, but I'm saying now your right back now is a wing back, and he has to be left-footed too.
Bro, AMAD is a better defender than him.
You know what? I wouldn't even play past you. But we'll see. Anyway, look, let's focus on some of our.
I'm surprised, you know. It's supposed to be a Man United chat, and you man are rating Trent.
Yeah, but you're talking about Trent.
He's Trent Alexander-Arnold, bro.
Yeah, he's done some really.
Come on, man.
He's done some top things. Like he has deficiencies. No one is arguing that he's a bad defender. He's a bad defender, but on the ball, what he offers is actually.
What did he offer today?
He didn't offer much today, but that's just today.
That happens. You have a bad
but
day.
even your favorite players can have a bad day. But
do you know what I'm saying?
You know who hasn't had you know who I find haven't had a bad day in a while is Ugarte.
We need to chat about Ugarte.
When I was being pro, remember on Saeed's channel, I was pro Ugarte. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. What were you saying about him, pundit?
No, because when he was coming in, I took a lot of pelters for Ugarte, man. I took a lot of shit for Ugarte because people were watching him at PSG, and there's this famous clip of him and when the PSG played Newcastle, and he was getting ripped to shreds.
He got caught.
And I was like, guys, this is Newcastle. They can do that to anybody, especially with the runners they have in midfield. But we don't have legs. Just imagine why Ugarte looks so good and why he's so jarring in our team is because he's the one player that actually can run in midfield. It's such a huge difference to Casemiro. But Ugarte has this thing where he's able to also read the game pretty well. Anytime a loose ball drops in a box, who's clearing it? Ugarte. Anytime someone is running through free on midfield, who's getting to that man? Ugarte. Like even when he's on the ball, right? This is where people criticize him a lot. He dribble past like 2-3 players, picks the right pass. He's not erratic. Like he's done pretty well for what we spent on him. 40 million is about what I expect for his performance.
Was it? I think it was more than that. But like my thing was the fee. I thought the fee was a bit too much for him, especially for a player that PSG wanted to get rid of. Like they
wanted their money back. But at least he paid hard.
Is he 22, Mandem?
Yes, 23.
22, 23, 50 M's.
I'm pretty sure he's like 24, 25. He's not
23. So he is 23 and he's 24 in
23.
April. Yeah, he's 24.
I'm saying he was 22. Yeah, he was 22.
In 3 months, he's 24. He's 24.
I've been too harsh then. I can't lie. I've been too harsh on him.
Because you know what he looks like he's about 27. That's why
I compared him to like I compared him
streets of Montevideo.
I compared him to Matic, but more legs.
No, he's not better. He's not Matic. Matic at that. He was not Matic.
It's Matic with more legs.
No, Ugarte is. I don't know.
You don't remember you don't remember what Matic was like.
Matic probably not Matic. I would say. I'd say he's more in line to like Kante, but he just
very watered down version of Kante. Very watered down.
I won't say very watered down because people forget when Kante.
No way, bro.
Kante came into the Premier League, I think 23, 24.
Something like that.
He played at Leicester City, where he developed his game and he went to another level. Then he went to Chelsea. People need to give Ugarte that same time to develop because he's kind of player. They get better the more they play.
Oh yeah, no,
he needs to keep playing.
You've seen the improvement in him. Yeah. You've seen the like before. I kind of thought, oh, this is a bust. Like, what are we going to spend money on? I can actually say, you know what? As a squad player, at the very least, like if we have the quality in the team that we. In our team that we really to really push, I would still say he's a squad player just because of his ability on the ball.
He's starting lineup, bro. He's our main guy, bro.
No, but for the moment, for now, I'm happy with him starting. Him and Mainu in terms of being able to be the legs in that midfield and the athleticism that we've actually needed. We've been crying out for. If you saw that game,
he wants two guys that can sit there and press.
And I've got one name that I hope we get. Man.
If we had two Ugartes in midfield,
there's another one. There is kind of another one who's a bit more expansive. He's I don't know what.
I know who you're talking about, guys.
You're talking about who I think you're talking about.
Yeah, it gets a Brazilian. Give me another South American.
Brazilian. Yeah. Bring me in.
Edison.
Bring me in. That guy.
Edison.
Good for good money as well, bro. That
50 million. What are they saying? 42 to 50 million. They're saying, 100%. But
euros.
But you can't let City acquire him. I don't see Atalanta letting him go. But if they acquire him and then get Omar Mamouche as well, I'm going to be absolutely pissed.
Mamouche.
Yo, Kaz, what do you think about Osimhen deal, bro?
For me, it's a little bit too complicated. But I'm not sitting. If it can be done, then amazing. But I look at us and think, get me some flipping wing backs, please.
Yeah,
get me some forwards.
I know we got some arse cheeks of goals, but I feel like the goals would be more spread if we had some good delivery, good deliveries, a more variety of playing. Look at the low, for instance. We need more of that in game, more and more. Yeah, because I feel like if we control the game the way we should be doing a lot more, then the variety of opportunities that come in the box or arrives will be more in variety to actually go and score, even if you do need 6 or 7 chances to go and score twice or once. See, I'm all for, but if the opportunity says you can get wing back and Osimhen, of course, but I'd rather spend 50 million. I'd rather spend 50 to 60 million or whatever it is on Edison than Osimhen right now, because I still think we're crying out for a midfielder.
Osimhen's alone. Yeah, no, bro. We need one midfielder and we need a left wing back.
We need a squad.
No, not only that, we need a striker, guys. I'm sick and tired of seeing this Hojlund and Zirkzee guy up front.
Yeah, but my issue is sorry, E-man. My whole thing is when you take, let's say, Manu out of that situation, or Ugarte. Let's say Ugarte, I think he's more detrimental. Ugarte, it's like there's going to be one point where he gets knackered, and it makes me think. That's where I look at it, thinking we need a central midfielder that can play a bit defensive but a bit more expansively, like an Edison, as soon as possible. If the opportunity is there, it's more detrimental for me than an Osimhen.
I just think this right now January will be hard to get. Will be
hard. Really, I've got one solution, and I said it with others. There's an out of favor man at Juventus. His name is Douglas Luiz.
He can't play right wing back, bro. Defensively, he's awful.
Wait. Douglas Luiz. No, I'm talking about centre mid. Douglas Luiz, the Aston
Villa guy. Is he struggling at Juventus? I've not really been following him.
So he's not getting. So he didn't get game time. Like he must have had
Douglas Costa, bro. My head's
Hoot Miners basically plays in his position, and he's had some injury as well. And you know what he is, man. His missus wants to go back out as well of Italy. That's the rumors. So
how old is he?
It's about 26. About
26. He must be 26.
Good age, great age. They would want them if they want Zirkzee. Give me Douglas Luiz then. But if you're gonna get rid of Rashford, go get me an Osimhen then.
It's my man pulling. It's my man smoking a bit.
No, think about it.
Bro, listen, I've had to hold this back.
If Zirkzee comes,
I've held it back all day, bro.
I know, but think of it like this, yeah. I'm thinking of like for like in a version, yeah. We need a centre mid no matter what. Douglas Luiz, you can get a loan, in my opinion. A loan, maybe a buy if they want to get rid.
How old is he?
They want Zirkzee. It can work either way. Loans with options to buy, yeah. In my opinion, who? Douglas Luiz, about 26. So I think that's a deal that could be worth exploring because we don't have to pay for it right now. Now, if this Osimhen stuff is true and you get rid of Rashford and all those wages, he's got a new agent as well and stuff like that. Then explore the opportunity for an Osimhen if you can. That's what I'm trying to say, because you can't be left with one striker for the rest of the season. But you're gonna have to implement. You're gonna have to make sure Rashford goes if that's the case.
I do feel there's a lot of legs in this Osimhen thing. I do kind of feel. I feel there's a number of parties that want it to happen. I think Osimhen will take it, if you ask me, because United might be able to play slightly more wages than Chelsea.
He would. He's in Turkey right now.
Yeah,
he was.
Mandem, if we get Osimhen, trust me, bro, that's a massive game changer, bro. That's no Gokorez.
He changes this.
I think I'm gonna say this year. I like Gyökeres and everything he says, but I think Osimhen gets so much disrespect. I think he's just
who would you go for?
Guys, the way this guy bullies
right now, value for money. I think it's a lot of factors because we're desperate, value for money, and I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I'd rather go get Osimhen in it.
Yeah, straight.
I like Gyökeres and everything, but I think he's gonna have a lot of people lined up for him at the moment. I think if there's a one straight line for yourself to go and get him because nobody else is in the race for him, I think you can't turn down Osimhen. I think his link up's underrated personally. I think in the air, if you're gonna have this variety of crosses, I just look at this man as a monster in the air.
But he's a beast.
He's a beast. But and people are gonna go back to say, but look how many goals he scored at Italy only. But he's built himself because he was young and he was coming up. Now he's about what 25, 26. I like the look of Osimhen personally, and people can say, yeah, but look at AFCON, yada yada yada. I'm like, well, that's a great way to develop a striker. Then when you need to rely on them, if that's the case,
it is a valid thing, though. It is a valid thing to think.
Of course, it is because we got AMAD as well, and obviously he's gonna.
Maz, we've got a couple people that like if.
Yeah, but Maz won't be a starter. Let's be at some point. Like
Maz is starting, bro.
No, for us next year, if we should have enough cover with like Euro and stuff like that. If he gets, he paid a lot of money for this guy.
Maz is starting, bro.
Maz is
right centre back. Maz is starting.
But again, it's just like it depends. Like Maz is quality. I'm not denying that. He'll be utilized. He'll have a lot of games, but I won't think we'll miss him as much as an AMAD if we don't buck up our ideas. Wait, let me ask you lot then. Osimhen or Gyökeres? What's your?
That's tough, man. That's tough.
Do you wait if you January? Do you wait January now, or would you wait for Gyökeres in the summer if the opportunity arises?
I like what Gyökeres does. Well, what he's doing right now is crazy. The amount of goals he's scoring is next level. But can he do it in the Premier League? And the same question goes to Osimhen. Can he do it in the Premier League?
Yeah,
do you know what it is? Osimhen's Gyökeres' profile, he's not this. Don't get me wrong, he's strong, but he's not like Lukaku or anything like that. He's not like stupidly strong, or he's not like what's his name that went to Saudi, the English striker.
What,
Tony. He's not that guy. He's not going to be a target man. He's still going to want to run channels like Hojlund.
I see him as Hojlund 3.0.
So
big yourself up, bro. Big yourself up because I see that as well.
I am not gonna lie.
So for me, it's like, is that what we need? Do we need a guy that runs channels? He might do to an exceptionally high level.
If you want that,
wait, you're saying explore the door for Tony, but the only thing with Tony, he does not press.
No, we're not. Tony's not even a factor.
Tony is a better striker than anyone that we're mentioning right now, bro. Like
in terms of Premier League proven goal, that's great. But for the way we
play, but
for the way we play, but for the way we play, Tony is not a pressing striker. That's not how he plays. He's never has been.
We don't need a pressing striker.
We're not gonna get everything in one striker. We
don't need a pressing striker, bro.
We need someone. That's why our midfield is important to collect that correctly, so the striker has less to do in a way.
Because we're so desperate, because we are in a desperate situation, and if Zirkzee is really going, Osimhen, I just hope if we're gonna go for him, just don't pay him stupid money. Let it be semi-reasonable. That's the only thing I would say, because.
That's all the deals that were made in the summer. We've not been really silly with paying people's wages. Like we've actually paid them okay. Apart from
I'm not 100% convinced by him. That's my only thing, because he can have a bit of Bambi feet.
Wait, okay, cool. Let me land with this, right? So you're talking about that. We've watched Hojlund now for the better part of like going close to a season
18
and a half.
Yeah.
We've 18 months. Like we've watched Hojlund. We've watched him run channels. We've watched the fact that his runs that he makes aren't intelligent. We've watched the fact that even close to goal, like in terms of action, no one can actually tell me what Hojlund is actually exceptional at. You can tell me all of the different things. Like Osimhen is actually that he'll give you that work in terms of work rate. He'll run the channels for you, and he'll actually create his own chances and finish his own chances, bro. So like for me, I take that. I'll be honest with you. I think that's a much better use of resources and time if that was even an option. I'm not saying he doesn't need work, and I'm not saying he's the perfect striker, because I think that his hold up play could still be, it's underrated, but I still feel like it's still something that he could actually improve in himself. Yeah. But you're talking to me about like someone, if you're telling me that I can get Osimhen for what 50-55 mil, because that's actually what they're actually quoting he's gonna cost. You're telling me we can get Osimhen for that amount. I think that's a no-brainer. In the system that we play now, for the striker the 9 that we play, in terms of the 9 that we use, he would work perfectly in this system.
If you tell me the plan is to get Osimhen, then go get Kvaratskhelia in the summer, I'm okay.
Yeah, but that's not happening.
Guys, how
Kvaratskhelia, they're gonna say 100 million straight up. Unless someone can tell me they signed dodgy with that deal that they're gonna ask for like 75 million. You must be out of your mind. This is Napoli. That's like the Italian version of Di
Laurentiis not doing it for 2 man. He's already doing it with Osimhen already. He's not doing it for him and Georgian kid. It's not happening.
Kaz, can I ask you a question, bro?
Of course you can.
Do you know how tall Hojlund is?
About 6'3", 6'4".
6'3".
6'3".
6'3". Yeah.
And he's garbage in the air.
Do you know how tall Victor Osimhen is?
About 6'2",
6'1".
6'1", 6'2", and he's better in the air.
When you see a beast, but I need a Nigerian beast up front, bro. Yeah, Hojlund is not it, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I said we need more black players at Man United. Yeah, we need more black players at United.
I need players that fight for that ball.
We're lacking IC3 athleticism, power, and all that stereotypical gimmick stuff on IC3s at United.
And
the one thing Osimhen will have.
He's technically underrated for me, Osimhen, by the way. If people actually see his hold up,
I agree, but he's an animal. He's a savage, bro. He bullies centre backs. When I'm watching Hojlund, bro, his touch is not away from the centre backs.
You know what's with me as well, pundit, with the Osimhen thing is I still wonder about Gyökeres in low blocks. And I know we're going to talk about the top six. You know, we're going to talk about the top six. I think Gyökeres is probably tailor-made for that kind of situation. But when I think of everything else in the world, which is like your Ipswiches and whatnot, I think like when we do end up having majority of the ball, who's more likely to feature in the air and get something out of nothing? I'm going to give it to personally Osimhen more than the Gyökeres. I think they're both good enough in the box himself. It's just that if you filter, let's be real, if you filter down a Gyökeres's Portuguese goals into Serie A, how much does that really carry on to? Like, is it 20, 25? Gyökeres is amazing, but it's just like, let's not act like Gyökeres on the ball hold up. Is there anything sensational?
It's not next level. It's not like Isak or anything like that. No.
It's the ball striking ability that we love about Glock 9, really. You're right.
It comes down to what do we need, though? Do we need someone to sit there and
I need someone to be in the right time in the right area in the box, and that's where I look at Osimhen, bro. Personally, but then again, I can say the same about Gyökeres because he's everywhere. He's relentless.
Isaac,
he's relentless.
My brother, you just mentioned Isaac. Yeah, he's not an Isaac. Yeah, but bro, when you look at Isaac,
50 million, bro.
When you look at Isaac, bro, he drops off to the left. He drops deep. The centre backs don't want to follow, and if you give him a sniff of goal, he's finishing it.
It's like a Benzema. It's like a Benzema the way he.
Perfect scenario, bro. But the problem with us.
Who are we talking about here?
Isaac. No, Isaac's very similar to a Benzema, whereas hold up play, you can play into him.
And you can play. He's come. I wouldn't use the comparison of Benzema. Still, I'll be honest.
I think he's the closest to because
he's the closest thing to a Benzema, especially early young stage Benzema.
I think so.
Not the later stage Benzema that started scoring more goals.
Bro, as a centre back, Isaac is a nightmare. Do you know why, bro? Benzema used to do the same, Kaz. You know what he'll do, bro? He'll pull up to the left, pull up to the right. But how many times have you seen Benzema pull up behind the right centre back or the left centre back and just like?
You make me feel sad, because it just tells me this day and age of strikes.
Trezeguet was another one.
People are trying to tell me Liam Delap, like I want more potential at this flipping club.
No, he's awful.
I can't go with the Liam Delap. I'm sorry. I tried to watch him today, but he's gonna get swallowed alive at Manchester United.
The idea is the idea of these flavor of the month players are nice, but for what we need someone that we know that can get a goal of 5 or 10 or 15. And that's not even a given, to be fair.
3 years ago, do you know what striker I wanted, Kaz? You're gonna think I'm nuts, yeah? But Ben Yedder.
Oh, he would never in the Premier. He wouldn't have survived.
Oh, bro, this guy was both foot finished, left foot, right foot.
You love your Darija merchants, innit?
Oh, did you see this player play?
Yeah, you Moroccans, Algerians, Tunisians, and all
that. Boom, top bins, bro. You don't need much. Yeah.
And he fell off a cliff quick after Sevilla.
Is he the guy at Monaco now?
He's the guy that had a nuts card of FIFA.
Years ago, this guy was a dangerous.
Oh yeah, I would have took it 4 or 5 years ago, maybe.
He'll drop into midfield, or just outside the box. The centre backs won't follow, bro. He'll drop the shoulder, top bins, left foot, right foot. He had the Aguero technique, bro. One little turn, boom.
You know what? Go on.
I would. Man, it's hard, man, because I'm Nigerian, and Osimhen, I've never really rated him at a high level. So it's hard for me. It's like
I get it.
His attitude, and I think the way he carries himself would do well, but it's like the technical level for me is just not there. I'm just worried about that, but I know he will score goals. He'll score more goals than Hojlund. He'll score more goals than Zirkzee. That's not an argument.
Brother, would you say Haaland is a better player than Osimhen?
Yeah,
Haaland is a monster, man. I know people like criticizing Haaland but look at the goals he scored.
Yeah, I don't give a damn if
that
you
story is absolutely
no,
wild.
but guys, Haaland he's shit without De Bruyne giving him the ball on the flipping.
But we're talking about strikers. We're talking about strikers are the same thing because people wouldn't understand. Haaland sometimes creates his own goals as well. You know, his runs, bro. The fact is,
his movement
see his movement. No. Yeah, he will give up. He don't care. He'll give a centre back 2-3 yards, and he's still blowing past them. That's the maddest part. He is gone.
Haaland. I don't rate Haaland, bro.
The back when we talk about header, back post, sniffing out the danger, he's the best nine.
I've watched you play football, bro. We've watched each other play ball. You was a centre back, yeah, fit. He ain't bothering you, bro.
I don't know about that one.
What's going on?
Yeah, I don't rate Haaland,
bro. Man, you don't rate anybody.
Trent Haaland is like, but you know what?
Brother, these are.
Like, this ain't even about. This shouldn't even be about.
No baller, bro. Back to goal, he's awful, bro. How many times have you seen the ball just bounce off him?
In comparison,
I've seen him do some nice stuff. But I've seen him actually do some nice stuff that don't.
Okay, name me one thing that he's done nice apart from that scissor kick that he done in the Champions League.
I remember. So recently, not the West Ham game, he done something nice with his feet, like literally shifted it to the feet and went round the centre back. And guess what? He just about got the shot blocked. Or you can go and see how he's playing into Savio yesterday, the other day. Or was it yesterday? Sorry. Bro, his link up yesterday was sick. They couldn't handle him. When he got his opportunities, he buried them.
All right, bro. I think Andy Carroll's better than him.
Come on, man. Come on, man. This guy, come on, man.
Zlatan better than him. Zlatan's better than him.
Like I said,
I only went to go and get my charger, but that one killed me.
Wait. Is Zlatan a better football player than Haaland?
Of course he is. But
that's like he isn't one of one.
Yeah, but that's like me. That's like me. All right, cool. That's like me saying, is Alan Saint-Maximin a better footballer than Salah? Yes.
But in terms of strikers, guys, Zlatan is one of the best strikers we've seen in
ever seen, bro.
We have this is not a comparison.
Bro, no one wants to admit that Zlatan's a better striker than Haaland. No one.
What?
No one.
Everyone likes Zlatan, bro.
What?
Do people watch Zlatan at
Do you have any idea how many shows I've been on? It's the summer.
Take your pick, Zlatan anywhere. But look, forget about this. I'm not here to talk about which player is better than which and who's going to shot and who. The question is, can we take advantage of this Arsenal situation without them having two of their right wingers? They look a bit lackluster for options. And last time we went to the Emirates, we controlled it to a degree, but we didn't do enough in terms of creation. Can we go and get through the next round? Especially now they got an extra game midweek.
They're not very good offensively. That's the best. Like Saka moves the needle for them in a massive way that people don't.
It's the set pieces.
From 2 corners, set pieces.
Yeah, that's where we lost the set pieces,
man.
Anything else.
But I don't know if you guys watched the last game Arsenal played. The way we can take advantage of them with those set pieces. Did you see what Brighton did? They left 3 man.
Oh my god! Bro, when I said this online and
that's what we need to do.
Why don't we just leave 3 people? Because they did it at Monaco as well.
Monaco, big up yourself.
Why don't we leave 3 players up and then they have to think, wait, hold on, less people in the box, less obstacles, and that means the keeper can actually have a free run of collecting the ball unless he's a bozo.
And if he has, there's actually chances for clear fouls because they can't hide the pushes, the tugs, the pulling out the shirts because the box is less full. I don't know when teams started doing this nonsense where they put all 11 men in the box to defend a corner kick. It makes no sense to me. You're crowding the box. The keeper can't move. Like the keepers can jump. You can't jump if there's a man in front of you and a man behind you. It's that simple. And that's what Arsenal are taking advantage of.
The keeper should be taking everyone in his way out, bro. A keeper has the right to fly in with a flying knee.
Yeah, last time we punched Wolves in the face and we didn't. Luckily, at the start of the season, we didn't get a flipping penalty given against
today. No, but Kaz, today defensively, corners, we were much better. Onana was coming out. We
and by the way, people might say, when he punched it hit Kanai's hat. That would have got disallowed if anything went their way. Basically, the only chance I remember in the box was the Van Dijk header. Like it was so sneaky, but it was right.
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
but that was like there was a lot of pressure around him as well. But other than that, I thought, you know what? I felt comfortable a little bit. Maybe because it was more outswingers from like Trent on the other side rather than that. But I look at that side of Arsenal. If they got a Saka Wanyeri doing that job, I don't really see that being a threat.
Is Wanyeri out? I think I heard he's out.
Muscular injury.
Oh, is he injured? Did he get injured?
So that's no Saka. That's no. Not that we're worried about Wanyeri, but it's Saka. That's the main guy.
Saka Wanyeri being out is a major
massive
flaw in their attack, because Wanyeri gives you that unpredictability and he likes to try something. Saka is just inevitable. So on that side, it's like you're coming up against more like a direct Martinelli, perhaps, and then you got to figure out Jesus.
We ain't worried.
And last time they played all these, man, it's like, do your thing.
They're pretty defensively, like, in my opinion. I think they missed the trick of not buying an attacker themselves in the summer. I think they gambled and saw.
Well, they got one on loan.
Yeah, they got Sterling. They gambled and thought that Havertz would be able to then carry them offensively like he somewhat did last year, which I felt was just a massive risk to take unnecessarily.
He's mad ill, by the way.
He's
mad ill at the moment. So he might be
out. Mate, continue, bro. I don't give a fuck. I need to smoke these lot, guys. We have to, bro.
I think we can get something from that game.
I think we don't have an excuse. What was and last time, if I'm correct, Pundit, we didn't have Mainu against them either. We was missing.
We had Mainu out. We had
we didn't.
AMAD didn't start. AMAD didn't start. Yeah, we had Mainu out. Martinez was out. Casemiro.
It was Martinez and Mainu were the two that missed.
Casemiro was out as well. I think Casemiro didn't play.
We should look better.
Eriksen started, I think Eriksen started, did he?
I think it was Eriksen and Ugarte.
Do you think now that he's not going to rotate because it's the cup?
He might rotate. Because think of it. Yeah,
we must. We have to win this game, boys.
He took off 20 minutes to go. He took off Copy with 20 minutes to go. So that indicates to be
longer than that, to be fair. More than that. 60 odd minutes. Yeah.
But yeah, so like that tells me that he can still play.
That's a lucky thing.
We've got a whole week. We got a whole week. So everyone's gonna be fit. And then you got Southampton before we've got Brighton, I think, at home as well. So we've got double back-to-back home games. With this one, I don't see play your best team that you feel fit. There's no reason not to change up. Maybe Anthony come into the fold, or maybe he can get some minutes. Maybe change that a little bit. But everyone that played today should probably start. Maybe change Hojlund. Maybe, I don't know. Then Southampton, go play Euro and go play an Anthony. Like, don't change up too much, because if you keep doing this heavy rotation, we'll never ever build rhythm, and we'll continue being in this mindfuck of who's our best balance. Just go with your idea that you like, in my opinion, and keep that as your main 11, and then filter players in and out that are not performing.
He done that today, guys. He done that today. The only person that he brought back into the starting lineup was
that's why I said I thought we was finished. But then again, Mainu and Ugarte starts, and then on that note, it's a major difference in. I think you said it earlier, athleticism and a bit more of a difference.
Who would have known, bro? Ugarte and Kobe cooked today, boys.
I still think Kobe needs to go in the 10, no matter what.
I agree. But bro, it's nice to see how you can sit in that midfield, bro, and just take the ball in your chest and hold it down. Bro, I love to see it.
No one thought Bruno was going to do what he did, but I can see Manu doing that on the regular in that position anyways, because he's naturally better back to goal than a Bruno and evading players. But what was you going to say, man?
Like, someone I want to give a shout out to. He had a short cameo, but the cameo was vital.
Euro.
Oh my! We have a defender, bro. We have a player. Not even a defender. I don't think you look. I don't want to gas him up too much, but I remember I was gassing him up when I came on the show. Like, when we first got him, bro. This kid is quality.
Lenny is worth every euro.
Quality, bro. Quality. Like, on the ball, you can see he's decisive in possession. He's quick. He already knows what he's already got.
Tackle, the slide tackle, and a penalty.
That was the one.
One-on-one, and the thing is, when he was going for it, I just thought. I actually didn't feel nervous when he was actually making that tackle, because he seemed so in control of himself.
All three of our centre backs got one of those type of tackles today.
Yeah.
Maguire done one, but it was a free kick.
But the thing is, it wasn't. He done one in the first half where he smashed him, and De Ligt done another one where he smashed another one. That wasn't even a free kick. You got the ball.
I gave up on De Ligt when De Ligt got sent to Westfield.
Yellow card for that, you know. The one in the second half that Maguire did, he got a yellow card for it, and he won the ball.
He won the ball. Yeah, but you know, like if Michael Oliver didn't start giving decisions, then you know what's going to happen. Liverpool fans will probably start blaming him and Man City links back into Saudi and him getting paid. And
I felt it, bro. That referee was being spooky, bro.
No, I think after the Michael Oliver hates United.
He's just an idiot, man. I hate anytime he refs.
Him and Andy Taylor, I can't stand. You know what? There's a few of them I can't stand, but them two are at the top of my list.
Oh shit, yo, do you know how old Lenny Europe is?
Yeah, he's
Bro,
about 19.
He's 19, bro.
19, bro.
19,
Throw
bro.
him in
He-
the
he's
deep end. Throw
quality.
him in the deep end when you need to get one. I think
Came on at Anfield, bro.
Was it 2-2? Was it 2-2 when he came on? I think.
But
Bro.
you have to credit Amorim for that sub, because if you think about it, if it was Delete in that position, he wasn't going to get. He would tackle Nunes that pace.
I reckon the lit.
I think
the pace.
Nah.
He wasn't catching him.
Could have got there, but
Guys, did you see what Gakpo done to him, bro?
yeah, bro.
Yeah, but
What
that's one.
Gakpo
But
did
you know
was
what? Sorry, like you know what I don't like why I'm on this defense league stuff is because yes, one instance that cost us a goal and it was a lapse of concentration.
No. Did you not see the first goal? Gakpo.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
And he's still
sliding now. Other than that, but then no one credits the good work he was putting in the air for one, and also how many times he closed down Gakpo. Did no one ever see how much he directed the Liverpool attackers away from our box so Mazraoui can fill in? No one's got to credit the lick for that because of one moment.
Gakpo won from him.
He had one moment. Gakpo's only moment was that.
That's all it takes, but he scored. He scored from that one moment, and you went shopping, mate. Like you're still shopping now with your missus.
You know what it is? You know what it is with Delete, right? I feel we actually defend better when he's in a team. Because we've missed him. 100%. We've missed him. He's not been in the team the last few games, and we've looked really bad.
He needs to
in the air as well.
Bro. So many mistakes.
No, yeah, it's a mistake. But his box defending, out of all the defenders we have now, he's our best box defender. Varane
he attacks it. Casemiro is actually our best.
Think what we're doing. Think of it now.
Clearance. In terms of clearing the ball.
Think of what we're doing. Yeah. Martinez was asked for him to be dropped. Today, he put in probably one of his best, if not the best game all season, probably since Brentford, right? Yeah. And that's a stretch at that, by the way. But he locked up Mbeumo. Now we're not asking for him to be dropped next game because of one game. Now, and he's had a poor few games since Forest. Now the Ligt has come back. It wasn't his fault why we even conceded against Newcastle or anything like that or whatnot. He's just come back into the team. He has one moment, and you forget about all the other good moments he had in that game. Did you not see his long passing today, by the way? Anyone want to notice that? No, because he doesn't get notified. Do you want anyone to see how many times he closed down Gakpo or averted him away? Yeah, bro. In the first half, or how many, even when he put in a mad tackle and set the example, people forget about that.
I mentioned Lenny Euro.
Yeah, but the Ligt, like, if we're going to go off of who had the better game, because of
Lenny Euro, he done the same thing as the Ligt done.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to say, because of one moment, now you want him dropped.
Two moments.
Do you know what it is?
2 moments, and we had a debate if it's a penalty or not.
At the end of the day,
done a fake shot, and cut inside, My man slipped.
Yeah, most defenders get done and have a lapse of concentration. Whoop-de-doo, move on. Because
that's supposed to be. But
well, at the end of the day, you know what it is.
Bro. Not my.
He's fine. He's fine in the team.
That's supposed to be our guy.
As a rotational option, Delete is fine in the team. We know long term, Euro is going to be the starter on the right centre back role.
Delete is a great third centre back. That's what
exactly.
When we signed him, I saw him and I thought third centre back.
I saw him as a Maguire replacement.
Maguire replacement. That's how I saw him. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
When I saw it, because in my head, I saw we're getting Euro this last summer, and we're probably gonna go back in for Braithwaite the summer after.
Oh no!
That's how I saw it.
Yo,
that's
how he makes stupid mistakes, bro, and I'm sure you.
Yeah, all right, cool. So if we let's quickly talk about the goal before obviously wrapping up and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, is if we go back to that, Ugarte evades the space and leaves that open. That's one mistake already. Ugarte going back to his position, that's normal, trying to get back into shape. If that's the case, then why was a Mazraoui who was practically free filling that gap? 2, and the third one is everyone was in a line. De Ligt, Martinez, and whatnot. Guess who wasn't in line? The one that's getting a lot of credit today, Maguire. Because everyone else is in line, but he decides he doesn't want to step up because he naturally jumps up. So that's free. Yeah. So before it got to the fourth mistake, which was obviously De Ligt's mistake in getting bamboozled by such a simple move, there was 3 mistakes before that, by the way, and no one's talking about it. Ugarte had a great game. That was a mistake. Mazraoui should be more alert. You've been doing it as a partner all game with him. Why was you not more alert for your partner? And third, Maguire, why did you not trust and step up? There you go. Why didn't you clear it? What's the natural thing to do, Marwan? You get up the pitch. Don't sleep, because you get caught out in those moments. There you go.
That's Maguire's deficiency. We see it all the time. We've seen it for years. He doesn't step up.
We're not even talking about Maguire. I'm talking about De Ligt. Yeah, Maguire's on his way out.
You're drunk.
No, but we're not saying he's got another year, so he's not on his way out.
He's got 1 more year as an extension.
Yeah.
And I agree with it because we should be focusing on getting 3 new centre backs in the summer, anyways.
Yeah. I think it's more.
Guys, all I'm saying is I'm not sure about the lit. He's made so many mistakes for us as a centre back.
He's our best.
No. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not gonna like. It's disappointing because it's 2 moments that if not for those 2 moments, he's actually had a solid game. The lit, if I'm being honest, he's actually had a solid game. And over the course of the season, in terms of like box defending, he's probably got better defensive instincts than like the centre backs, bro. Like, let's
How many corners have we conceded with him in the team?
That's with everyone. We've been shocking with set pieces anyway.
It's
like
not,
that's everyone.
And this is the funny thing. The funny thing is, Lenny Yoro's not been anything brilliant in the air either. He hasn't convinced me, let alone not convinced me. But I'm just saying, at the moment, while we lack height in the team because Martinez is a little midget, is the fact that we need both Maguire and De Ligt in that area.
Made me laugh, Kaz. Big up, man.
I'm just saying we need both of them, regardless whether we like it or not. Because if Casemiro's not on the pitch, we're not winning a lot of headers, and he's probably the best header of the ball of the player that we got on the team. That's what I'm saying. So
there's a Bojo gene in there, bro. Like we're not slack.
He has a Bojo gene, but at the end of the day, this is why for me, we're focusing on the wrong thing. We have. I don't want to call him generation, but we have a very good young centre back in Euro coming through. It's cool. It's calm. De Ligt will give him the chance to develop properly, which is what I want. This is what we need.
Gives him the space to
the same thing. Come out. He doesn't have to have this huge pressure on him because trust me, if it was just Euro all season, this won't be good for his development.
Also, one more thing, we lack leaders. At least we know De Ligt. He's more of a leader than all the rest of the
bastards. He's got personality at the very least to be able to do that.
At least.
You need someone like him in the squad.
That's what we've got. In terms of leaders.
Yeah, but we're starving that much. The last person I'm looking at to get rid of it in our defense or drop whatever.
I think we need a left-sided centre back more than we need to focus on. If left-sided centre back and then a central, because listen, I know people are happy with Maguire getting the contract extension, which if I'm being honest, I'm not.
I'm happy with it.
I don't mind. You know what it is? I don't mind it, but it depends on how the transfers go. Because if you don't go and get a bunch of midfielders, attackers, and that, then that whole part is like, well, you extend his contract, but you got 3 signings. What the hell is he still doing it then? Then it's
he's on like near 200 bags a week, you know.
Kaz, not only that, he's on 190k a week. Yeah, so we've extended that 1-year deal.
By the way, let's stop doing. You know what? When you go look at our wages recently and what's getting cut and still to be cut. Trust me, we are about to process one of the lowest wage bills we've ever had in forever. As soon as Casemiro and Rashford dip, bro, don't fall for the PR about that. There's too much wages going about because there's not.
Them to go, our highest I think is Bruno at maybe 270 or something.
He got more than that still. He got
3 bills. He got 300 bills.
Yo, man, do you know why Maguire is actually smart, bro? Because I heard Man United were trying to offer him a new contract and sign him down to a new deal, yeah? So I guarantee they were probably trying to offer him like 100k 3 years. He's on 190 now. So he's probably looked at him and be like, okay,
one night's not going to hurt us, though. Let's be real. It's
how he's looked at it, I'd rather you extend my contract. I get 190 for that 1 year, then we sign in 2 years with 100k.
But a back 3 actually suits him. The thing is, when the Evans and Lindelof go, you need to look at maybe... You need one, and then you got to look at maybe another youngster like this Kokonki who's been in the first team training a lot. He's probably going to fill in that role.
It'll take either Evans or Lindelof's spot in this.
One of them, and then go get a centre back because that means you have to focus on one centre back so you can focus on everything else that's going wrong further up the pitch. Send 8, a 10, 2 wing backs, maybe even 3, a striker. We need a lot.
We need to do work in this January, man. That's the only way you can cut it down for the summer.
It's got to be creative. They got to be creative.
The problem is doing work in Jan cuts into the budget for the summer. You lot are thinking that there's 2 separate budgets.
But it depends who gets sold. It depends if you can move on some players.
So whoever gets sold, then you have to look at, okay, cool. Is it someone that was in the academy, whether it's Rash that goes or whoever goes, but really and truly, the budget that's there for Jan cuts into the summer one.
It depends. Like I said, let's say for instance,
it's just facts. That's
if we do some smart accounting, right? If we go get Osimhen, for example, and we do a swap with Napoli, we tell them we're paying 70 million for Osimhen. and they say we're paying 70 million for Rashford, right? On our books, that helps our books way more than it helps their books because
100%.
Rashford would be pure profit.
Yeah,
that's the kind of stuff that Ineos should do.
Yeah.
That will help us out.
And the realism, we're not going to get 70 million for Rashford. We'll get 25 million tops, 30 million tops, I'd say. And then, but you got to think all them wages, right? Because they're not bonus, they're 300 plus bonuses. It's like a good 11, 12 million off as well. So you got to put that into account. It doesn't depend what you can add on.
I really don't think there's a market for him. I'll be honest.
I don't know. I reckon there's a loan obligation in this, Max. I don't think no one comes in and buys him.
I think it's PSG, and that's only if he says I'm serious at coming to the table and not using them.
I think you know what, the one that's got the most legs for me is not actually Napoli. I think it's going to be a loan obligation to Milan, and dare I say, I think Ibrahimovic will have a vital role in that part as well because they've got a relationship.
You won't want him. You've seen how Rashford's training and that. And he spoke about it in the interview.
Ibra's in the US chilling, bro. He's not getting in contract negotiations.
But he deals with a lot with. He's dealt with
in the US.
But he's dealt with a lot of
interviewing Shador Sanders and them, man. He is not involved.
But he's dealt with a lot of the incomings as well, like the opinions. They actually take his opinions very.
I think
the type of players they've been getting in recently, rather than the scrubs they were getting him from before since he's come in.
Where would he play at Milan?
I've got a feeling Leao's going to be. I think Leao might go up top, or if not, it might be in preparation. If Leao does go and they get a massive fee for him because there's a lot of suitors, then it could be like, well, it's kind of like for like.
You got Saudi that can come in for him, but he's refused 3 deals
already. Well, Onston is saying he hasn't.
Apparently, there's only Saudi. You got PSG.
Yes,
that's why you got the Mendes.
I still hope it's Arsenal. I hope Arsenal take him. Let's go take him, please. It'll be funny.
Nah, brother. I am
not guys. I think you can go Barcelona as well. You know?
If I doubt that. They can't even get Daniel Olmo on a free. They can't even get Daniel Olmo on a free. So
let that one go, bro.
Hear this out, man. If we don't rate Arsenal, as a club, their fans, and whatever else it may go about, why should we care if Rashford ends up going there if we don't rate them?
You're not part of the sentiment. Your sentiment for him is gone. That's the reason why you're saying that. For me, letting Rash go to any top 6 club or any Prem side. Really.
Don't care. Yeah, I don't rate someone that averages 8 goals a season.
Like for me, like he can't go anywhere. He can't stay in the Prem.
Yeah, of course you can. If I see Sancho leave, he's much more talented than him. Then I can see Rashford.
Man saw Greenwood leave, Sancho leave.
I've seen all bare other man leave.
Beckham, Ronaldo, Pogba.
Respectfully, he can dip.
Yeah, I'm not saying about him leaving. I'm saying he's
would Arsenal fans even take him?
Yeah.
Of course they will, bro.
They
just put up this.
They're talking about. Now, I thought they would want a right winger. Having a couple conversations with a couple of them, they rather go get like a striker and a left winger. They want to look at the left wing because the right wing can be opted for anyway. There you go. There you do. There's a nice deal. There's Rashford. He's got you goal. You need goals. Go get your goals. I dare you play Rashford against low blocks. I can't wait for it.
I don't think they. Well, I can see it happening, but it's just would they want him? I would want to sell him outright. Yeah, I don't want a loan thing. If I'm being honest,
I want him gone, bro.
If it's loan with obligation, then it don't matter.
Getting drunk,
it's pointless to us. It doesn't help us.
Number 10.
Well, loan with obligation, you can definitely don't pay someone amount as much, of course.
Man United number 10, guys. Like Man United number 10.
And you know what? And second on his way this summer, Mount, pack your bags. I need that 10 and 7.
Well, he's gone. You need to rip up his contract.
Going, bro? Who's gonna come and pay for him?
No. We need to take the loss. Take the loss. Tear his contract.
Yeah, I'm not saying otherwise. I'm saying, bro, his next move, he's cooked because he's not getting another big move. But
someone might take him for 20 million.
I see Mark like West Ham or Fulham, bro.
Yeah,
follow Pereira.
Someone Mount's going, bro. He's not.
But someone lower down will take him for 20 million if available.
You know the problem is his wages, isn't it? Is his wages. If not, I would have said, let's go to Everton. Give them 50 million. Yes, Mount. Give us Brightwaite. That would have.
I don't want Brightwaite anymore. I don't want him anymore, bro.
Yeah, but you know what? Then again, I say this year. You know what is so?
What's wrong with Jared? What's wrong with Brightwaite?
Bro, I'm not trying to spend 50 mil, 60 mil on a young
He's not
prospect.
going to cost 50 mil, bro. He's not costing 50
70 mil. I'm not trying to spend that.
I believe there's probably better value for money out
Can
there.
we end it on one thing if you're going to end it, guys? 5 signings. Who do you think? Who would you sign for our club? Like, who do you
right
think?
now? What, in January? You mean? Or in
No,
January?
I mean, like, so in the summer we signed 5 players. Yeah, Zirkzee, Ugarte, Mazraoui.
Okay, cool. My ones would easily be then.
And
so I ain't got. I would say for me, I think Nuno Mendes that should be a top priority for me, because it's an easy deal. There's one on a free. I want Angel Gomez in this club right now.
No way, you want Angel Gomez back?
100% free transfer. It makes sense for money in the 10.
Oh, where's he gonna play, bro?
In the left 10, because he plays left wing for Lille, or if not in the center, if not sometimes DM. He can do all of that.
He's been.
Oh, did you not see what happened to our team against Newcastle, bro? We got battered by Joe Linton and them, man,
bro. Bro,
He's
that's
right,
why
still.
you.
He's
Yeah,
right.
but you can do that. But guess what? That's why you go get a bit more about like
long staff on them, man, bro.
Bro, this is why you lot don't like good. You really don't.
I
like
love good ballers, but I've
you know.
watched my team get bodied by physical specimens in the midfield, bro.
Other than AMAD, we do not have another profile like AMAD. So I want, when AMAD comes out of the team, I need someone low center gravity that can evade people like Joe Linton, because you know, even if they're brutes, doesn't mean they're going to get the ball all the time. Does Bernardo Silva get dispossessed in his heyday? No, he doesn't. So on that note, it's why can't he? He's just a short guy. Don't get me wrong. He's English, and that's so, and he's free.
I need some physicality.
Anyways, Cunha just signed a new deal, so I'm gonna have to forget about that. Anyways, like I said, what I want, not what you want, what I want. Yeah. So on that note, I want Mendes. I don't know about the right wing back situation. I'm gonna be honest. I can't really say that one because I don't know many left footed. I only know this Patrick Dorgu as a profile. I don't know how good he really is, so I'm gonna evade that one.
You don't need to say players, just say positions if you want.
Right, well, 2 wing backs then. Mendes being one of them. Angel Gomez on a free. Edison 100 million%. That's our midfield upgraded easily. And then I'm going to get, if we're gonna do it, then I'm probably gonna pick Osimhen or Gyökeres, 1 and 2.
So 2 wing backs, 1 centre mid, and a
yeah, I'm not on this Quenda hype. If there's another brother you can bring from the academy, Bantanto or something, or wing back, who can probably who's quite similar and do that job. I don't need another right wing back from over in Portugal. It's like there should be something in there. Fucking use it. Use it. There you go.
Hey, what's that brother we should have brought, but he went to Fulham in centre mid?
Who, Pereira?
No. It's Sunderberg.
Bro, 20
he's not short. He's not short though.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Why he was perfect. I thought for 20 mil, like, to be fair, Fulham shafted us because we thought that he was going Fulham, but then McTominay said he don't want to go Fulham. He wants to go to Napoli, and because of that, if we got Bergen
and Ugarte, we would have been all right this season.
Yeah, I would have been happy with that. I'm not gonna lie. I would have been happy with that.
But yeah, and good height as well. Good techie on the ball at first.
Yeah,
brilliant.
I've always been a big fan of Sunderberg. I'm not gonna lie.
Then there wouldn't be a lot of progression out of that though. At the same time,
nah, he's good on the ball. He's not too bad. I'm just saying, bro. Like, we're getting bullied.
What's your 5 then?
I think we need like the physical aspect of the team. Like, we need to raise the physical floor of the team, and the technical floor. For me personally, the way I see it is more, you integrate youth players so that you actually increase the like technical side of technical floor, and also the physical floor as well with actual signings. So I think we need a left wing back. I would look somewhere in the Prem, as opposed to Nuno Mendes is cool, but I've never really been a big fan of him in terms of his crossing ability. He's always been an inconsistent crosser for me. I think we should look at someone like the likes of Anthony Robertson, Ait Nouri, test the waters for those two. I think those two are really good. I think those two are really good options for left wing back solutions. Centre midfield, we've already spoke about Edison. I think I really do like Edison. I think we need like 1, maybe even 2 midfielders. I'm still not sure about the second option. I'm just thinking about the fact that if Kobe doesn't play, I'm weary about the midfield options we have. It's just like, I'm weary about who starts. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't want him to be playing weak. Like, he's 20. Like, we don't want to be burning him out unnecessarily. So we need a replacement for him, whether that is getting Angel Gomez on a free, whether that is because he's a lot more tenacious than he looks. Like, he's very tenacious. Like, because even though he's small and diminutive, The guy is combative as hell, and he's been playing in the most physical league in Europe, which, if not one of the most, in terms of physical athletes, Ligue 1 is like the biggest.
And in a half space where he's been playing left wing, central attacker mid, he should be very much used to that space. In my opinion,
he's not been used as a 10. He's been playing more where he used to play in the academy as a 6 or in one of the 2 midfield positions, which is where he's been. Even when he plays for England, that's where he's been playing, because that's where you actually see him as a player. You actually see him opening passing lanes.
So, Angel Gomez, Ugarte.
Yeah. I just think, but then obviously the height factor is a big, but the physical factor is a big thing. That's why I think Ederson's important, because you then have that there, and it's also like a replacement for Casemiro.
We have the same targets at the moment.
Yeah. Then from there, from an attacking point of attacking sense, actually, let me go further back a bit more. I am a big fan of Branthwaite. I think he's come back from a long-term injury and he's still getting back into form. So he's not really showing his full. I don't think he's going to really get back up to speed until like later on this year, if I'm being honest. But I think he's also going to be a pretty decent signing to have as well, because both footed, really good at distribution, tall, athletic, can like 1v1 defender, like, and has Prem experience. You know what you're getting from him. And then
M's, bro.
Nah, he's not going to cost that much. Trust me, he's not going to cost that much. And on top of that, we've already agreed personal terms with him already.
Yeah, we rejected. What was it that we rejected? We put a bid on. What was the top offer that we put and they rejected it?
45.
I swear we put in 55 and they rejected it.
No, we didn't go as high as that. I think it was 45 plus add-ons, and they said no.
I don't like Branthwaite's technical flaws for me.
Like me, but then that's
clunky on the turn.
Clunky's someone, yeah, but you bring him in as well. Like, there's not like a thing of like you have as much.
I know he's both footed as well, but it's just like it's like people want to get onto the lit, but when it comes to flipping him and turning, I think he's worse than he's just as bad as the lit on a turn.
This is what I'm saying, bro. This is where I'm like, bro. Like, I'm not.
No, I think you guys have been watching him recently because of the injuries that he's had, and he's still trying to ramp himself back up physically. He's still.
I wouldn't say. Look, at the end of the day, I wouldn't say no to him in it.
Yeah. Then for the attacking 10 positions, we need someone who can really like elevate our attack, like really be able to be the person that once you give the ball to him in the final third, he's able to make things happen, whether it's with creating or with scoring goals as well. You need someone that's going to be an attacking hub, and you also need to think about someone who's actually going to replace Bruno, if I'm being honest.
What type of player though? Like,
so you need
an Odegaard type of player, or like an Eze type of player?
We need a ball carrier. We don't have a ball carrier. Like, we need someone who's able to dribble in.
That's an Eze type player, Kaz.
Odegaard's
a pass and move. Eze, give me the ball and let me.
Yeah. Eze's an option. I don't know if I would go for Eze as much as I like.
No, I'm just saying style of player.
Yeah. In terms of style of player, yeah. Eze, Cunha, like I think those kind of players. I just saw someone in the chat say Lookman. He's so underrated. Anyway, I think I don't
need him right now,
which is so sad. But anyway, I think someone that I would really always been a big fan of, who I think can really make that leap. That I think if you're really going to make a big signing, and you know you're going to be there, you know that they're going to be there for the next like 5 to 7 years. Morgan Gibbs-White. I would look at someone like Morgan Gibbs-White. His
contract situation, I suppose, isn't it?
His contract situation is close. It's coming up, and on top of they won't want to lose him, but they're not going to want to lose him.
My issue is he's not creative enough,
and he's a United.
I don't think Morgan Gibbs-White. That's not.
I'll be honest with you, in terms of how Nottingham Forest, but he is literally.
Yeah, I hear it. I liked him a year ago, but not like recently. I just don't look at him as like he's going to elevate our attack. And he too busy plays on the break.
But I think in low blocks as well, he's able to move pretty well. I wouldn't bring Welbeck. Danny's like 34.
You're saying like the whole team, by the way, not 5, but
is that 4 sides? I think that's 4 players. I think that was 4 players. I said, yeah, that's 4 players.
Now, couldn't they just sign a new contract or about to verbally?
I don't think it matters.
It's got to be released. There's got to be there's a release clause.
I hope he's smart enough to include one.
Because I don't want any in that left hand. I don't think I want anybody else other than Cunha.
I would like that Norwegian kid as well. I would like that Norwegian kid.
Send him on loan, man. Who gives a shit? You know what? Like Chris Rigg is a baller. That's a young brother.
If Chris Rigg or Tyler Diblin, one of those two,
Oh my God, there you go. That's another wing back. I will take Tyler Dibling in a heartbeat.
Tyler
Let me
Dibling.
get relegated. Give me for 30 million, 25 million.
I'm saying. So, like, but yeah, no, Napan, I would actually take him as well. He's 17, but he's playing men's.
Don't watch him. I don't watch him, so I wouldn't know.
He looks really, really good. Both-footed, good player. And on top of that, he wouldn't cost a lot.
I said Rogers, you know, Morgan Rogers, another overrated one.
Morgan Rogers, like we just need. I think we just need someone. We just need
the guy from Villa.
Yeah. We just need someone who's a ball carrier. We haven't had a ball carrier.
We need like two. No, we need. I think we need a good like 4 different ball carriers in these signings.
We don't have.
No, Ading is a winger. He's not a wing back. He ain't gonna suit it. I mean, left 10. I mean, left 10. He could maybe. I ain't on that.
No, I wouldn't bring a Dingle for this. I think you need. He's more of a winger as opposed to like someone who can play in the half spaces. You need someone that can play in the half spaces. That's why you're looking at sort of like attacking 10s. That's why I was thinking of like the likes of.
What's that Wolverhampton player in centre midfield?
Who?
There's that Wolverhampton baller, man. This guy was bossing that game.
Oh, Andre.
Yeah, man. Look,
he's quality.
Look at the 3 games we lost, yeah. Bournemouth, Newcastle, Wolves, yeah. Bro, like even Newcastle, bro, we got bullied on that pitch, bro. Yeah. And
I mean, for me, I would go my number 1, I think for me is Cunha. I know he's about to sign a contract, or they're saying he's gonna sign a contract. We need a guy that can just pick up the ball and say, today I'm going to do a madness. We don't have those kind of players.
What do you think about Bruno Gomes from Fulham?
No, Bruno Gomes from Fulham. He's on Newcastle.
Sorry, man. Newcastle.
He'd be great, but he's going to cost £100 million.
I'm saying style of player, though.
Stylistically,
he's not the only one that plays like that.
Stylistically, I think he's the kind of player we need in midfield, central midfield. That's
what I'm saying, bro, because we got absolutely.
All right, there's one, but he might be going to Palace. I like him a lot, man. He's been around for a minute. Kakare, man.
Kakare? No. I like him. I like him on the ball, but again, physically, what we want in the midfield. I don't think. For me, Edison, just go get Edison from Atalanta.
Just go and get him.
That's simple.
We've already missed out on Coop Miners. So
go and get Edison, man. Just go and get him.
I have a mad shout for right wing back.
Go on.
Kudus.
You are not buying Kudus and wing back, bro.
Yeah, no.
Me again.
We're not getting him. It's a mad shout, but
to put it,
he can play anywhere on the pitch, bro.
Hey, do you know what though? I am here for Mazraoui, right centre back. Yeah, Ahmad, right wing back, and then Hamid Kudus.
If you're giving Kudus the kind of space to get in behind on that, he will kill teams.
Yeah, not wing back though. Not wing back though.
You don't have to be a straight wing back to play at wing back.
Yeah, no. But I think I'd rather I'd rather have Kudus more on the inside rather than just doing the get back situation. They probably could swap.
They could swap.
Could you imagine that right side of the pitch, bro?
All right, bro.
Mazraoui, Mohamed Kudus, and Ahmad Diallo.
Aki up, bro.
Not even Aki. Africa, bro, you done, bro. It's the ball or you.
And you know the maddest thing is, so when AFCON comes, we got a problem.
I love it though, bro.
Ghana, Morocco in a bit.
Bro, we need.
But we get Osimhen as well. That's a striker. Nigeria as well in a bit.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking about the other day, man. Yeah, dark times, bro. I was thinking about Eric Bailly, bro, and I was like, bro, even him, yeah.
What could have been in it? What could have been,
bro? Vidic
2017 Bailly, man. We can never replace him. We can never replace
him and Rocco. Do you remember him and Rocco, bro? Zero tolerance, bro. Come near me, I'm lifting you up in the sky, bro.
He's the funniest centre back I've seen.
I can't believe he never got a red card for us ever.
He didn't get a single red card for us.
He was just
Rojo never got a red card for us.
Yeah.
I think that's
no, but Bailly was better than Rocco for us.
Of course he was.
But you know, the style of play, the way Euro played, you would have picked up like 3 red cards.
You're getting lifted up in the air, bro. You know,
he done that a couple times to some man.
Proper AFCON defender, bro. Proper AFCON defender.
Vidic,
I love it, bro. I love it.
It's Vidic 2.0, bro, for me. Like, we need
not 2.0.
Well, he was crazy like Vidic. She didn't pull out.
He was worse than Vidic, bro.
Yeah.
But anyway, doing like around.
I would say for my
flip-flaps and around the world in his own box.
How much did you mention? 2 or 3?
2. Honestly, I would say Edison, Cunha. Kudus, I would love him in this team if you had Cunha.
80 million release clause in the summer, but he'll be out. Him and Gyökeres.
We could have signed him for 35 mil.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
But I would go for Kudus. We need people who can bring the ball forward. Then in defense, I would go for Hanko from Feyenoord.
Yeah, that's a shout. That's a shout.
Cheap option
That's a
still.
shout. Cheap option.
He is what you saw Martinez do today to push up high and score like that.
Hanko's got a shot on him as well.
He
does it for fun, bro. So I would go for Hanko, play him instead of Martinez in certain games where we need more height.
Probably play left wing back as well, Hanko. You know,
he plays left wing back too, but he can play left centre back.
Yeah.
Then I'd like Drogo, but because of the physicality, but I would love to sign maybe El Nuri.
Yeah, Al Nuri.
His technical ability is so good.
Who do you think between I like El Nuri because he's technically sound, but I think Anthony Robertson is so underrated technically, and his crossing ability is so good. And
I just don't. He said, you know what it is with Robertson?
He's improved, but
he's a straight line runner.
Yeah, that's the only thing I have against him. He's
Gary Neville, bro. So you're right.
Ainori already knows the wing back.
Nuri is just.
We're looking at Kirkes as well, isn't it? Which is another one. But
I don't want Kirkes. I'm sorry.
I'm not on the Kirkes train personally. I don't give a shit what anyone tells me.
I've never really been a big fan of.
When someone told me he was 5'11", I knew it was over. I was like, what? I thought he was like 5'8".
Nah, brother. It's just not.
Because he acts like he's 5'8".
Yeah, like he don't have his stature is just a bit. He's very diminutive when he plays. I'm not saying he's a bad player. He's not a bad player.
You know what he is, yeah? He's Reguilon when Reguilon was at Sevilla, blood.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Z, you're saying Kudus is overrated. That's why I'll play him at right wing back. Because I don't think he's attacking
enough. Who said Kudus is overrated?
To be a right winger. But if he played him right wing back, I feel like that role would suit him so well because he
you know what?
Go up
here's one shout, yeah. I know it's if he survives the allegations, which I'm pretty sure we meant to hear by this year early. If he survives it, man, that Paquetá, bro.
I thought you were gonna say Greenwood.
I think he's finished.
Bro, if he's not finished,
I'm surprised them charges ain't landed by now.
Yeah, but if he's not finished, and there's an opportunity that they want to get rid of whatever, and
why risk it? Why risk it?
Because he's up.
He's just, I don't know. He gives me, I don't know.
He gives me Bruno vibes. Because hear it,
Bruno vibes, bro. He's a slightly more technical Bruno Fernandes.
Right, that'll do.
I can't go through that. Yeah, I can't go through that today.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't go through that, like paying all of that money for him, and then like we don't have him. and then he gets slapped with a lifetime ban. Like,
what about my brother from Brentford, that Mbeumo?
I like him,
but he wouldn't do what we do.
I like him.
Hey, it's not much, but it's honest work.
Yeah. You know what? I keep
Mbeumo is like McDonald's. You know what you're getting. It's nothing special.
The way you just held Kudos and you're saying Mbeumo is just McDonald's.
I keep saying this, yeah.
No,
if we struggle, if we need a
X factor about
what do you, man? I know he's a bit older now, yeah, but what do you, man, actually think about Vissa, man?
Yeah,
I like him a lot, bro.
I'll take him, bro.
I just think in Mbeumo is just like, if you're gonna ask me to pick between the two, I'm going
Hobbs and Shaw, isn't it? But yeah,
I'm going with
the other guy from Bournemouth, bro.
Which one?
The left winger. What's his name, man? The skillful one. What the hell's his name? My mind's gone blank.
Kluivert, Semenyo. Semenyo is one of the most overrated players I've ever come across on football YouTube.
I'm taking him over Garnacho.
Yeah, I hear it, but I don't think he's all that, bro. He's not all that.
I'm taking him over Garnacho, bro.
This guy is stiff.
So what's Garnacho then?
For a winger, he's stiff. No, but Garnacho, bro, you're talking to me like I rate Garnacho, bro.
I'm just saying, I'll take him over Garnacho.
That can create separation, and that's better than Garnacho. I can't
hate this, but you know,
he bullies players as well, bro. The way he holds up the ball.
Semenyo is not it. Like, he's good level for where he is at. I don't see him further.
He'd be a good wing back.
Go Tottenham. That's what I say. Go Tottenham. That's your level, bro.
He's too good for Tottenham.
I'm not. No, Semenyo is overrated. And he falls on the floor a lot. People don't. I watch a lot of Bournemouth games.
If he didn't have knee problems, yeah, Antonio Nusa would have actually been someone that I would say, go and grab him.
Easy.
If it wasn't for that problem that he has with his knees, I just like he's different. Quality player.
But anyways,
I don't even know anything about his knees, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up there. Big up to everyone as well. If you want to go find them, whatever, I'm pretty sure you can find their ats there. Same thing on Twitter for these two on the right. You can find M's down there at the bottom. You can find me on Never Foul. Should have an upload for tomorrow as well, but we'll see about that one, man. But big up to everyone. Has anyone got anything to shout out?
No, man. Like, it's just good discussion. Good discussion.
My first live panel on my channel, by the way, so it's not that bad for a first one.
Oh, big up.
Yeah, man, big up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, man, big up Kaz, first show, big up the Mandem as well, big up the panel, big up the chat, big up each and every time. And yeah, man, hopefully the next time we do this, we got something more positive.
Well, I don't know where Traps is, but I know from next week Adam will also be on. You know, Adam Red, basically.
Okay,
no. You
know Adam, innit? Everyone knows Adam. The one from
There's
Canada.
So many Adams in the United
the one from Canada. He crashed on Bruno and.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So I don't know where Traps is, but boy,
hey, big up Ed, man. So big up the first panel, or the Cast Life era.
Castcliff era, bro.
Castcliff era.
Yeah, man. I'm pro Ineos. You don't like it, I don't care. In a bit.
Yeah, big up, man.